with this gentleman.
Well, Teresa, I can tell you that Dr. Stephen Rayle is a primary care physician, also a hospice caretaker, and he says that the suspect was already on the ground when he got there to help hold the suspect down when he was struggling, but he has this first-hand account of what happened. It could be a bit graphic for some viewers, so please keep that in mind and be careful if you don't want to hear certain details of what happened today. But Dr. Stephen Rayle spent a few minutes with me. A lot of people have been speaking with him today, and he gave this account of what happened today after he arrived to see Congresswoman Gabrielle Giffords, and here it is.
Get right to it. Why'd you go over to the Safeway today, and what was the environment like?
I went with a friend of mine who had met Congressman Giffords before to meet her. We had pulled up. My friend was getting something out of the car. I went ahead with my two dogs, walked in front of the table. I looked over at Congressman Giffords. He was relaxed and smiling and talking to a couple. And I walked past the table and then on around to the side of it. And as I got to the side of it, I heard shots and looked up, and he had shot her in the head. Then he just continued firing. At that point, I was a bit stunned for a brief second, for an instant, and then I kind of got behind this concrete post that was there. As he continued firing, I then got down on the ground and, acted like I had been shot and was dead, so that he I wouldn't be a target.
And did he look like he was picking people?
He was not picking people. It was close quarters, and people were pretty crammed in there in terms of no place to really go, and he was easily able to shoot people at point blank range very easily.
So when did you decide? Were you number one or number two? Because I hear there were two people. Did you?
I did not tackle him. I came on later after he was being held down and he was struggling, and so I put my knee in his back and held him down for a few minutes, as well as checked on some of the people that were getting CPR. But I did nothing heroic whatsoever. Everybody there was heroic in terms of just attending to the whole situation.
You saw the two guys initially run after him then, or?
I didn't see them. I didn't see him get tackled. I noticed that after I got up. I saw that he was over there, and I noticed that he looked like he was probably the shooter. Apparently, he was trying to reload when he was tackled, and he had apparently two other clips on him. And there was a woman who had taken the clip he was trying to load away, as well as the gun.
Do we know if he might have still had ammo in the gun, or do we think he was done?
I think he was out, and he was trying to reload a new clip.
So, how did you feel knowing that, well, maybe he could have gotten that clip back in there,
Oh, well, he must have shot 15 to 20 rounds, and very rapidly, and I think he had no care whatsoever about who he was shooting at all. He shot Gabrielle Giffords, once, and then just began shooting everybody. Very disturbing.
You saw
and surreal. That. Yeah, I saw all of that. And I feel, it was a very small gathering. It was very calm. There was probably 20 to 25 people loosely gathered around. And I think, more than, at least half of them got shot, So there wasn't this huge, there was no crowd to really react to it. There was really just people that were injured and people that were attending to them. And so there was a few outcries, but then people began to try to help the people that were injured.
Did you hear him yell anything this year?
I did not.
Okay.
I don't know if he did or not. I did not hear it.
How are you going to sleep tonight?
I don't know, but I've got to be up early in the morning for more interviews.
We might just keep you from sleeping. You might not even have to worry about that.
There you go.
And you're a supporter of the Congresswoman.
Yes, I am. I think she's a lovely person, moderate, and I approve of what she's been doing. She went through a tough election. There was a lot of incendiary talk, and somebody actually went through with it, which is unfortunate.
What does it say about our political climate here in Arizona? Of course, I don't know if this is, you could say it's politically motivated, but they also say there's a pretty kind of an unstable individual.
Yeah, but he shot her first, and he obviously was making some sort of a statement or trying to do something.
Have you lived here a long time in Arizona?
I'm born and raised here.
And so, how do you feel about what our climate is like right now?
I'm more and more distressed by everything that's going on here, and I just think if people could somehow work together toward some sort of a common goal and drop the animosity and the incendiary talk, it would be, otherwise we're at a stalemate. So.
9-year-old girl shot there today.
I did see her,
Is that an image that's still kind of in your mind, if you will? Or?
Well, I worked emergency, so I'm, you know, but it was disturbing. She was being given CPR, and I could tell that she was not going to make it.
And you're a primary care physician, so in a way this must strike you even harder because you protect life.
Yeah, and I do also do hospice medicine, so that I'm used, you know, I'm around dying people as well. So.
I think that's it. I'm going to get two shot of us talking. Your mic's still on, but I'm going to ask. There's nothing really tricky here.
Okay.
They say there's 19 people total shot. Does that sound?
Yeah, I think most of the people there were shot. I thank God that I wasn't. I mean, I easily could have been. I was right there. I was probably 10 feet away from him when he was shooting.
And you say again, you got down on the ground so that he wouldn't think you were alive.
Right. I didn't know if he was going to be shooting, you know, randomly or you know, I just. It was just sort of an instinctive thing, just to.
Did you see a look on his face?
He looked just determined. He didn't look crazed. He didn't look like he was on drugs. He just looked determined and sort of impassive. I don't think he didn't have any real an angry look. He just looked like he was determined.
Did you hear anyone yell anything, just in response, any sort of things?
No, I didn't.
It was such a surprise. It was probably more just everybody reacting.
Everybody reacting, and there was surprising little outcry because I think most people were injured, and whoever wasn't, people were trying to sort it out immediately thereafter.
Okay. Am I missing anything that when you talk about this you feel like you should say or prefer to say?
I don't think so.
Okay.